project, and I'm so glad. You know what? I'm so glad that I asked you guys what you think of the polished concrete, because I won't lie to you. Sometimes I ask for your guys' input and your guys' advice, and when you disagree with me, I get a little offended, and I'm like, what? How could they think that? But in this case, I felt that way at first because I had been in one of these houses that had the polished concrete, and I saw it in person and honestly looked really good. But I also think I agree with you. I wasn't totally sold on the polished concrete when I went to see it the other week, and you guys weren't either. I think you make a good point. I think...
Well, anyway, I've already watched the rest of these videos. She ends up getting it anyway, but but like the thing is with these people is you got to remember that when you're talking about, you know, renovations, rentals, property, real estate, whatever you want to talk about, mortgage, whatever you want to talk about, we can go there. I know it all. Believe me. I've been doing it I've been doing it since I was, well, basically since I was born. I was around it, and then after that, in it. I mean, you know, just it is what it is, right? But anyway, the problem is that when you talk, you act like you ask for advice, or you say if someone says something and you don't like it, or, you know, it's the opposite. First of all, this is your home, this is your project. You can do whatever you want, you know, but to ask us, there are people, a lot of these people on YouTube don't know anything. They have no idea. They have no clue what's even going on. But there are a small percentage of us that do know, you know, anything from remodels, renovations. I'm not talking about I'm talking about the ones that are actually rebuilding everything, you know, building a home, electrical, plumbing, anything from roofing to ceiling, like a person that knows it all. Not a person that, oh, I know electrical, I know plumbing, I know a little bit. No, someone that is trained, someone that has experience, someone that, you know, it's just quality. That's all. That's, you know, experience. Someone's been doing it for 10, 20 years. So, for example, the first thing that I noticed is that the paint, when he started painting the fence white, you could have done that, guys. That's not, you know, and if you want to pay him thousands of dollars to do that, that's a waste of your money. I mean, of course, what you notice, and later on, it's like as soon as you say something, I say, well, yeah, but he's using a spray gun. and then I continue to watch the film, and then a few minutes later you'll say, of course we could have got the spray machine. He's using the spray machine. It's like, yes, he does have one. And actually, I mean, they're not bad priced. You can get, it just depends. I mean, you know, 100, 200, all the way up to 400. You can get them, you know, more expensive one. But for something like that, for that job outside, it's just a fence. Like, it's not even a fence. I don't even know what it was. Wood, I think it was. I don't even know what, but it's come on. That's almost in a clear open space. That's like, all you would have to do is just run that up and down, just real nice. It would be so easy. Something like that would have saved you. That would have been an investment. And also with a spraying gun, you never know. Like, there's people, there's a whole bunch of people. I remember this couple, and you know, something happened. You know, but anyway, I'm not gonna get into what happened, but he had a bunch of tools left over, right? And of course, you know, his wife sold them all and got rid of them. And then later on, you know, they found someone. They said, well, if you had the tools, I could fix it. The person didn't have the tools. Well, you got to remember that there's still going to be repairs later on in the future. So it's more of every tool that you buy, screwdrivers, impact drivers, drills, grinders, circular saws, anything from a screwdriver, a hand screwdriver, of, you know, just any little thing, a hammer, all these things are going to be for an investment and it's always going to last you. It'll be a future investment. It's like probably the best investment you could ever make, because the only way they break is if someone steals it, and they don't break, you know. So all these tools, all these equipment, if you keep them and you take care of them, you'll, with one job, you can make your money back on that tool. So so all you would have to do is just go get your spray, pick out whichever one you want. Once you get it, that's it. And then all you would have to do, spray your fence. It would be really quick. You would probably enjoy it because it's, you know, you were using the brush, and it's so much, you know, using a roller. It's so much different doing it that, you know. But if, of course, it's easy, it's like a luxury. Once you got the spray gun, you just really quick, really easy, really simple. It changes your attitude, I guarantee you that, because it's a tool, you know. It's just like trying to pull a screw out with a hammer, you know what I mean. It's so much easier if you just got the screw gun, impact driver. All you do is get the bit down there, it comes right out. So it's just so much easier if you use the correct tools. That's why you buy them. That's why they have so many tools, you know, 3.5, 4.5, 6, 7, 10, 14-inch blades, different tools. But that's because that's why it's there. That's why it's meant there, because it makes certain jobs so much easier, so much better. It makes you want to work. It improves your quality of life. So something like that, I wish you guys would have done that. I think it would have, with you actually using the spray gun, you would actually see how much faster it goes. And it's really easy. I mean, there's using a brush and roller compared to painting like that or using a spray gun. It's not even this, way simpler using a, you'd probably actually waste more just because you're messing around. You're like, oh, I'll just get that extra spot. You know, doing a double coat, you'll just like, shit, I'll just do a double coat right now. You know, with that fast dry paint, it's really nice. But anyway, and another thing is that when you ask about this, especially when you ask for advice or anything like that, is that these people have been doing it for years, and you know, you got to appreciate that. But you know, this may be your first, this may be your second, third, maybe even 10th. But to us, I mean, there's been thousands of repairs, hundreds of remodels. You know what I mean? So it's different. You know, it's just a job to us now. So it's not the same. You know, but it's enjoyable. You know, impactful, meaningful. That's what it is. But for something like this, the whole tile, you know, if you want to use it, of course it's white, so of course it's gonna, like anybody knows, if it's white tile, it gets dirty. Anything in sand will like any little mark will show. So obviously, at this point, I would just spray that tile. Just literally just spray the tile a different color and forget about it for right now. Literally, I would do that, literally. But why not? You know what I mean? But you could also put carpet over it just for, you know, just temporary. It's not necessary to take all this out right now, right here. You know, you could do it with layers, of course, and just put it on top of that tile. That's what I would have done, because you're not trying to, this is a rental. You're not, if you're going to consider it as a rental, you're not trying to invest all this money wasting. If it was like that, I would just leave it like that, but I know you're not going to. And I've already watched the rest of the videos. You don't. But something like this, I mean, you can take out the tile, but I mean, of course, because you're doing the whole house. If you were just doing a room or two, that's different. But you're doing the whole house, and something like that, I mean, it's such a, I wouldn't say it's a waste of money, but I would say it really depends on it's the eye of the beholder. Some people will like the white tiles. Some people will like the polished concrete. So honestly, that's just preference, opinion. But if you wanted to save money, I would have went a different route. I probably wouldn't even have touched it, honestly, because unless you wanted to put carpet, make it easier, simpler, faster, quicker, if you really wanted to change it. But for that tile, I mean, if it's a rental, you know, you could do it later.